I can't hold my peace. I can't let this be. I can't hold my tears. I can't keep this on. I can't close my mouth. I can't quench this now. For I see this as a war against Yahuwah's princesses. For this is a war declared upon Yahushua's princesses. This is Yahuwah's queens. This is Yahushua's princesses. Why make me dispute in my outward appearance? Why make me so dirty in my outward appearance? Why make me stink in my outward appearance? You stripped of me my ornament. You steal from me my cosmetics. You stopped this gift you gave to me. You twist your sword in my hands. This makes me so unhappy. Ooh, hee hee hee. Hey, 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 oh, 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 so unhappy. Twister ministry, I called you deeper life. Liars ministry, I named you, but a less bit lie. The old serpent ministry, you are under one mystery. Is deeper life, is deeper life. Agmonodiri wagelehi, yeah. Agmonodiri soai wagelehi. Awahi, agmonodiri soai. Awahi, agmonodiri soai. Awahi, hey, awahi. Dead people ministry is deeper life. Devil's doctrine indeed is deeper life. Dragon holiness is found in deeper life. Where is liberated in the royal law? Where is liberated? Now the twisted scriptures. Where is liberated? Yeah, in all 613 law. Thou shalt not wear trousers. Thou shalt tie your hair. Thou shalt not spray your perfume. Thou shalt not use odorant. Where is it written? Oh, deeper life. Where is it written? In the royal law. Where is it written? Not the twisted scriptures. Where is it written? In all 613 laws. Thou shalt not use earring. Thou shalt not wear necklace. Thou shalt not use bracelets. Thou shalt not wear hand ring. Where is this written? Oh, deeper life. Where is it written? Yeah, oh, oh, oh. Where is it written? Oh, yeah. Agmonodiri wagele wahi. Agmonodiri soai. Wagele wahi. Awahi, agmonodiri soai. Awahi, agmonodiri soai. Awahi, yeah. Awahi. Yehovah look by me, negi kate. Be when I run it back. But we are not running back. But we're not running back, yeah. Borrow, yeah. Ni agbe kwale. Deeper life in love, Deeper life, bottomless pit life, underworld mysteries. Stop, 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 stop spreading your Ebola viruses. It is to your destruction. 2 Peter 3:16.
Greetings, family. Greetings from Abba Yehowa's heart to every one of us, his bride, the people so dear to his heart, the apples of his eyes. We are the people of the book. And he said, theirs is salvation. Theirs is the covenant. Theirs is heaven and earth. And theirs is the glory of Abba Yehowa. Theirs is the eternal kingdom. I'm so privileged, to be a part of this blessed camp of Israel. So when we are sending greetings, we send it to the, people of the book. Also to the grafted in Gentile. If you are being grafted in, of course you are the people of the book, and you are the ones so dear to his heart. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. We are so wonderfully and powerfully made in the image of Abba Yehowa. That keeps me on. When I remember who I am, I'm so full of heaven. I don't see separate at all. Neither Kumuyi, neither Porika, neither this snake Linda from the bottomless pit, neither Margaret Amuri. These are all cedar serpents. All right, so we are already in the matter. All right, so we are almost in the conclusion of this very, part that Abba Yehowa drew out. Okay, the scriptures, the wickedly twisted family. So right now, here we are in the heavenly court room of Abba Yehowa with this powerful message already titled for you and me right about one dancing on Kumuyi's head, Snake Linda, and Porika the cedar serpent flash. What is today? Want to do it? I forgot to do that right on part two, but I also write it on top. Okay. Flash, what is a cover or hair tie? Let me put it so. Flash, what is hair tie? Good and a ear. Okay, part 3. Because the part 1 we titled it this way. I bet you what titled it this way rather. Flash, what is perfume? So that was how you also asked me to do the part 2, but I just forgot. Flash, what is garment? That is part 2. Now, Flash, what is a hair tie? Gold and ear, your ear. Okay, part 3. So family, in case you come in contact with this, go and listen to part 1. Should I take it again? It has part 1 and 2. This is the conclusion by all means. Okay, it must be the finishing. All right. Dance listener, the title repeated. Dancing on Kumuyi's head. Snake Linda and Porika the cedar serpent flash. What is perfume? That was part 1. So now part 2 is flash. What is garment? Okay. This part 3 flash. What is hair tie, gold, and ear? Okay. This is the part 3. By all means, is the finishing. To the glory of Abba Yehowa. So let's dig into the leftover parts. Want to look what is hair tie? Woman, cover your head. And what is gold actually? And what is a gay ear? Okay, they say you should wear earring, you should put on gold, and you should tie your head. So I want to see that is the leftover part. Quickly, let's dig into it. When Edda, okay, lost his stand or stand as an elderly person, little children, they are going to be casting stone at him or her. Why? Because you lost your honor already. Honor doesn't do Kumuyi. Neither Porika, neither any one of these satanic seed. No. He said we should give honor to whom honor is due. How do you honor Abba Yehowa? How? By keeping his rules and regulation. And how do you dishonor him? By snuffy his rules and regulation. You not go for Babylonia. Where do you see Sunday? All this nonsense. Do you pagan Kumuyi? You dare restrict me not to use the ornament Abba Yehowa used to bless me as a woman? And meanwhile, you are a pagan, total paganism found in you. That I think We're gonna be doing that. Yeah, that's the next subject now on the Shabbat. Common pagan word untold. That one is a heavy waza on the face again of Kumuyi because you lost your honor already. Glory never due you. Since you say you're not gonna be, obey my father's voice by keeping his rules and regulation, therefore you're gonna be receiving insult. All of you, not just you alone. Right now, here we are, 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 6. Who also hath made us able ministers of the New Testament, not of the letter, but of the Spirit. For the letter killeth, but the Spirit giveth life. Did you get that? Should I take it again? It said Abayewa has already made us able a minister, okay, ministers of the New Testament, not of the letter. For the letter is going to kill you. So what is the letter? It said, woman, therefore cover your head. That is the letter. Then it's going to send you to the link of fire. So what is the spirit? That is what we want to dig out. What is the head of the woman? That's the spirit. What is her head? All right. What is her head that she needs to cover? When I'm done with Kumuyi, anytime Kumuyi come across this message, in fact, it's going to be PP on his body. A little woman, a little girl. Before him, I'm just little baby. Make it big full of him. Yes, I'm disgracing you through the eyes of the royal law. I'm not a wayward woman. According to Google, they say you are 70, whatever, 77. You are indeed old enough to be my father. But you lost your honor already. Why? Because you are acting like a baby. So therefore, honor never do you as a father. You're going to be receiving insult. Why? Because you insulted my father to his face and said his Shabbat is not good enough, and said his feast is not good enough, and said his name is not good enough, and said in totality his instruction is not good enough. He's a lovely and a wholesome father. You don't want to keep his rules and regulation. You not go. What pisses me is that you not go impact Babylonia, paganism, and you not max it up with the royal law, making everyone to be believing that you are keeping what the Lord says. Meanwhile, you are eternally far away from Jehovah's commandments. The letter J that gave you Jesus isn't yet 400 years old. The first English letter we have here on earth, King James, done in the year 1611. That simply means to say 408 years now. You can't find Jesus there. You not dare speak to my face. I said that is the name that is higher above all name. That is blasphemy. You blaspheme Yehovah. You blaspheme Yahushua. And you blaspheme the Ruach HaKodesh. It said they not have the names of blasphemy. That is Revelation 17. And you not take that pork name and say that is one that goes to the cross for you. And you not begin to deceive my brothers and sisters. I have so much for this. But let's take it easy and go, not by feelings and not by sensation at all, not by radiation burning, but by the eyes or objective of the royal law. Let's do it together, family. You see already the letter is going to destroy you. And let's see the letter and let's see the spirit in the letter. So, family, for a better understanding, I encourage you to read 1 Corinthians chapter 11. Take it from 1 way to 15. Then you're going to get it all clear. I'm not going to read it. I'm going to be jumping over and over. So right now, verses 3. Let's read 1 Corinthians 11:3. But I would have you know that the head of every man, listen now, here's the message. We want to read the letter first. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Messiah, okay? And the head of the woman is the man. What is the head of the woman? The man. Therefore, woman, cover your head. What is the head of the woman? Man. The man is the head of the woman, and the head of Messiah, is Yahweh. Come on now, where's head time? No. Before we start slapping Kumuyi, what is the head of the woman in the first place that she needs to cover? The man is the head of the woman. You see? In fact, according to the letter, it's also still clear. Because the head of the woman is the man, not her head. Ah, no, this hurt my stomach so bad. So bad. The royal law makes it so clear that out of the mouth of two or three witnesses, testimony needs to be established. Okay, it said precept has to be upon precept. Okay, line upon lines. Okay, take here a little and take there a little. We have already taken from the New Testament. Now we are going to the Old Testament to also grab some part over there. Okay, and blend it up together. That is how it works over here with us. We don't go by feelings, no sensation, no radiation burning, no emotion, but by the royal law's objective. Listen, on Numbers, Bamebra, chapter 19, verses 15. Listen, now what was the woman's head? The man. Listen, verse 15. Every every open vessel, okay, because the woman needs to cover her head. Okay, all right. I think I should have finished that already. Okay, we are still coming right back there. Is the foundational scripture. Okay, every open vessel which had no covering, burn upon. I think I have to read that covering. It's very, very important. Okay, we are back here again. 1 Corinthians 11:3 for a better understanding. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Messiah, okay? And the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Messiah is Yehovah. Verses 4. Now, every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head. Who is his head? The Messiah is the head of the man. You don't cover him up. He have no iniquity for you to cover him up. Is the image and the glory of Yehovah. Now verses 5. But every woman, listen, here's the message. But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered dishonoreth her head, for that is even all one as if she were shaving. You are bow, gorimakba. Your head is naked, gorimakba, because you did not cover your head. According to this very scripture, what did it say? Man is the head. So now let's go back to Bamebra, chapter 19, verses 15. According to where we just read, it said, any man that is praying and prophesying and cover his head, he said you dishonor Messiah because Messiah is your head. But woman in the other ways round is not so. It's a little bit different over here. Woman, when you are prophesying and you are praying and your head is not covered, you dishonor to your head. According to where we just read, what is our head? The man. Now, what is prayer? Is standing in the gap, okay, between Yehovah and the nations. Okay, that I can also call that prayer warrior. And what is prophecy? That is the office of prophet and a prophetess. Of course, when a husband is a prophet, it automatically they are not spread to the woman, which she's not called prophetess. So a woman is prophesying and her head is uncovered, and a woman is standing intercession, praying for nations, for the glory of whom you want to be seen and uncovered. Therefore, he said it will be better. It's just like as if you baba gorimakba. Okay? Oh, nothing on your head. Your hair is absolute naked. Because why you didn't cover your head. All right now. Bamebra chapter 19 verses 15. Every open vessel, that vessel is not covered, okay? Every open vessel which had no covering bound upon it is unclean. So now vessel that is not covered, that is opened, therefore you are unclean. What is vessel in another words? Let's also go back again and slap komui. Now, 1 Peter chapter 3, verses 7. Listen, likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to the knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the what? A weaker vessel. As unto what? So what is woman being called? A weaker vessel. So you woman, a vessel that is open, uncovered, therefore you are unclean. And what did the First Corinthians said? He said, if you refuse to cover your head, therefore it is as if you just shave off your head. You have no single head. I simply put, gorimakba. Now you are unclean. So we're going to see what is that for. Uncovered your head. Therefore, so what makes a weaker vessel? From eternity to eternity, man is the head, as we see already. Man is ever greater than woman. Woman have no equal level. Woman don't even need to do that comparison with her and her husband. Only one bone of the man make the totality, the entire part of you, the entire, organs in you. Just one man bone brings about your origin. Brings about your totality. So from eternity to eternity, man is ever stronger than you. You are a weaker vessel, and altogether you are the last born. Last born is a baby. So last born, therefore, cover your head. You are the last born of Abba Yehovah. After Abba Yehovah has done it all, You wear the last work of Abba Yehovah. Therefore, woman, you are the last born. Please, you are a baby. Please don't open our door for the devil. I beg you, cover the door for me. Because you, the last one, you first of all did in Genesis 3. I don't want that nonsense anymore. Because no more sacrifice left. I have already sent my son. You, my baby, the last born. Please, you better cover the hair. Don't open that door. Let the hair be covered. All right, now let us begin to see how. What is the head? You know already? It is the man. Okay, quickly, let me finish reading here. Okay, as unto a weaker vessel, as and as being hence together of grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. So, if you're gonna be treating a woman, she's a baby. If you are gonna be treating a baby as an elderly person, therefore say your prayer is gonna be hindered. Remember where we read, you're gonna dishonor your head. Because say when you uncover it, when you cover, you're gonna be dishonoring him. Why? Because he said pray and prophesy. That is prophets and prophetess. Okay, from you, your wife have what you have. Where you don't, treat your wife instead of you treating her as a baby, teaching her and all this, and you are raising her to the level where she is never meant to be. Therefore, you dishonor Messiah. That's how you dishonor your own head. You are not treating her the way you're supposed to treat her, like a baby. Pet her, teach her, let her know the rules and regulations. When she missed it, don't use high voice. Bring her back and teach her until she become a perfect baby before you. Fearful. That is how you dishonor if you fail to do your part in her. Like the first Adam failed big time to do his part in our wife. Sempet is rubbing mind with your wife. Sempet is playing your wife mind. You never say a word. Really? Therefore, you dishonor your head. That is how he dishonored his earth. Because the woman is a weaker vessel. That is why Sempet goes unto her. She is not foolish. She is no image of Yehovah. Man does. A woman is the image of the man. Woman came from man, while man came from Yehovah. And that make him ever stronger than you. You are his glory, and the man is the glory of the Messiah. And Messiah is the glory of Yehovah. So let's put some more. All right, now, 1 Corinthians chapter 14, 34 to 35. Let your women keep silence in the congregations, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are of my Father. Oh, no. Okay. But they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law. That is what we are reading now. Woman, you must cover your. That's where we just read Numbers 19. Okay, 15. You must be under your husband. That vessel, your head needs to be. You must cover. If not, you're gonna be uncovered. All right, now 35. And if they learn anything, if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home, for it is a shame for women to speak in the congregation. So who is their teacher? The teacher of the woman is her husband. If you want to learn about anything, you better go and sit at the feet of your husband and do that, woman. Okay? It is a shame and a disgrace when a woman begins to speak. What kind of speaking is that? That is Genesis 3. A woman that begin to speak instead of the man. Man is silent. A woman, you should shut up. A man needs to speak. Then man has shut up. Woman that begin to do the whole talking. And that was how the baby poured away the handwork of Abiyawa in Genesis 3. So we don't need that drama anymore. We are fed up with that calamity. So therefore, woman, please cover your head. Shut up. You want to learn? Please just go and sit at your husband's and let him teach you. Okay, this wicked friend, I've seen her already. She's fully loaded with demons. Don't go close to her. She's gonna spoil the good character of the Bible in you. Don't go there. Oh, this whatever. You just go and learn. You saw a vision. You want to prophesy? Take it down to your husband's feet and let him first of all assess that. Okay. So rather than you just come and be talking proto like Linda, how can you say we shouldn't use anointing anymore? No, Linda should just shut up. If Porika has life, then sit under his feet and let him begin to teach you. Look at both of them. They now came from the bottomless pit and bring it on prophecy. Because the offices of the woman, it is prophetess. Woman is allowed to prophesy, to share testimony. Okay. Now she came from the bottom and began to talk trash. Don't use olive oil anymore. It is evil. Don't use gold. And that proto. It is a shame on Kumuyi. It is a shame on Porika. They couldn't teach their wife how to speak because they are Babylonian paganism. Family, I'm afraid. I think this message is spreading down to part 4. We are still on 1, and we are not yet done. I'm running out of time again. I only have 20 minutes left over. No, I think I have to start doing live video. That's going to save me a lot of drama. Let's see. The first teaching from the bottomless pit, from the belly of woman, being, impregnated by serpent. Because after serpent has done with her, that madness, who did she take it to? Her husband. That is why it's a disgrace for a woman. Say woman is not permitted. Don't do that. If you want to say a word, just go and, mama teach the baby how to talk. Your husband is your mama, is your papa, is your own, or take your visions down to him, take your whatever ideology down to him, and to his feet, and let it teach you how to speak. Let's see if you're fit to do that. Let's see what happened. Genesis or Bereshit chapter 3 verses 6. Now, after serpent had finished rubbing the mind of the woman, let's see the woza that came from the belly of serpent. The very one Kumuyi is still pouring out today. I read now, verses 6. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, and she took of the fruit, and thereof, and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. She began to minister. As soon as serpent, that is where it is being turned upside down. The woman did not cover her head. How is she going to cover her head? As serpent came unto her, the rose was not given unto you, madam, talk. It was being given unto your husband. As serpent came unto her and began to play her mind, he will not say, excuse me, mister, I'm under somebody. Let me call my husband so you can counteract with him. She didn't. That is how she failed to cover her head. Now she's bold. She's naked. She's unclean. Serpent unclean thing now entered her, impregnated her. As soon as she does that, who was the first one to teach? This is a shame for woman to minister. This is a shame for woman to take authority or to exercise authority over him. It's a shame. It's not permitted. The woman will take that teaching and first of all pour it upon her husband. And the teaching is spread it today. That brings about calamity, catastrophe. In fact, the link of fire that is going to cause some people, in fact, majority of it all, eternal suffering from the teachings of the woman. This is how she didn't cover her head. This is how she exercised authority over the man. And this is how she teaches. As soon as you see, look at what she desired. She desired to be what? She desired the Godhead. She desired the very Godhead. Now, what is she going to be doing to get the anointing? According to this woman, she wants to get the anointing from Yehovah direct and now spread to her husband. That is turning upside down. That is bankrupt. That is turning the Bible, the royal law, upside down. No, it isn't so. It can't work so. No. It doesn't work that way. The head is where the water spreader. The head is where the overall garment spread and goes down to the body. The woman is the body, not the head. But serpent give her the Godhead. She now desire a love for the Godhead. She now take the office of Messiah and now become the mass head. This is where it all begins. Feminist. Okay? So this is how she uncovered her husband. And this is how she disgraced her husband. And this is how she shamed her husband. And this is how she makes her husband a big-time failure. That brings about the link of fire. She did it. Why? Because the man did not take his stand, number one. He was there. Okay? But the woman did not cover his head. And this is how she becomes uncovered. And serpent rather than fold himself on her head. That is the head tie. That is the physical aspect now. So Kumuyi is still making to run after the serpent covering Not the spirituality anymore. It still make you to run after just the letter and not the spirituality anymore. And he said the letter is going to kill. And what is kill is the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. But you said the day you will touch that tree, you're going to be killed. You see the woman of the issue of blood. When she touched Messiah, she was healed. And this woman now went to go and touch serpent. Power flow from serpent into her. And what was that power? Death. And that is the death that resident upon every woman that is using Heta as a spirituality. Heta as a spiritual covering. No, come on now. Heta is so few to subscribe for me as my spiritual covering. I'm not being redeemed by silver or gold, by things made by the hands of man. In like manner, Heta can never be my spiritual covering. So few. It is something object, but with your money, how can I go and use my money to buy a thing that's going to cover me spiritual? I have spiritual impact in me. No, 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 no. Yahushua is my covering, is my head that I need to cover. Like me now, any vision that comes to me, before I spew it out, I will first of all pray. Some when it's so hard to understand, I take it down to fasting. Who is speaking to me? I want to hear. Who is that person? Who is that guy? Who is that voice? I want to know. That's it. I think this is part 300%. Hey, look at me. My ways is not Jehovah's ways. I said by all means it's going to end here. That is not true. I bet you say so. So rather, what do we title this? Flash, what is head tie? Flash, what is woman cover your head? Part 3. So the part 4 will be done in Shabbat, okay? Now listen, we are still like I said, I'm just taking so light. A time will come when I will go for live video. I'm coming right back to this segment again because it's so powerful. Now you see, the woman said, what did she desire? To make one wise. This is where we get the wisdom. In fact, that is what Christians celebrate. The day the serpent impute in us new wisdom. The day serpent impute in us new desire. The day serpent impute in us death. The day serpent impute in us, okay, the downfall of man. The day serpent impute in us link of fire. That's what they are celebrating. That is the Christmas tree. That is what it does every December 25th. They are celebrating the downfall of man and supposedly give it unto the. When you go to Freemason, Freemasonry, Masonic, you're gonna see that covered the apron the woman used. The woman brought now. She's the one teaching the apron she used to cover reproductive organ. Those one they are using it proud. They are proud of it, not even ashamed of it. That this is satanic teaching. They use that apron. Freemasonic. Okay? Freemasonry, they are using apron as their symbol of authority. So who was that authority? It is again the dragonic teaching. The one he gave unto the woman. So this is how it becomes shame and disgrace if a woman now begins to teach. You are going to be teaching nonsense. You're going to be teaching crap. Like the one leader is talking, trouser somebody to hell, or somebody that wear trouser is in the lake of fire. Wedding ring saw somebody to the lake of fire. We've sent somebody to the lake of fire. Leader says she see them all. The people that use cosmetics, ring, earring, necklace. He said they are only for not that they praise the royal law, because the royal law never said don't. Thou shall not use it. No, he never said that. They are putting words into Bible. Little did you know that it is a heavy destruction on you. Okay, that is Linda's teaching. That is the woman that ought not to speak, but a virtuous woman ought to speak. Proverbs 31, verses 10 to verses 31. That is virtuous woman. She needs to speak. Why? Because she sat on her husband's feet. She learned whatever she wants to discuss about to women or to humanity from her husband. Go and learn from your husband, my friend. All right? But Jezebel ought not to speak. Okay? Because Jezebel is going to pour the whole matter away again. It's going to turn it into nonsense garbage. Just like Linda and Margareta Murray. Liars. Now, let us see how our mother Mama Sarah, now also failed to cover her head. We see now how to uncover your head. That's it. You are not living under the authority of your husband anymore. Rather, you are also exercising authority. You can exercise authority. We are coming to that. Say, however, let woman have sign over our head, sign of power over our head. We will come into that. Is your 30% reigns in the kingdom, not 70. 70 belongs unto the man. Why did God head still belongs to you somehow? But you must do it under the feet of your husband. That is the degree. That is the license I bet you will give unto you. You will do it, but under the instruction of your husband. on that your husband must assess every single thing, vision, teaching, music, whatever. He is the one to direct it. He's not out. He's the play key. Listen up. When you go to Genesis 16, okay, I think I'm going to read it and see the teachings of the woman, how she uncovered her head. All right, now Genesis 16, Bereshit, okay, chapter 16, verses 2. Listen now. And Sarai said unto her husband, Behold, now Yahuwah hath restrained me from bearing. I pray thee, go in unto my maid, It may be that I may obtain children by her. And Abram hearkened to the voice of Sarai. And Sarai took his maid and gave it unto her husband. So what come out from that this unholy union? A double-edged sword. Ishmael, Islam. That is the Sharia law. That is the third world war. That is the great tribulation. They started already. You see how horrible it is. Another teachings, a woman failed to cover her head. Therefore, Semper sneaking again and give a teaching unto the woman and say, go and tell it to your husband, because I want to usher in Sharia law, because I want to bring in Quran from the bottomless pit, because I want to bring together a double-edged sword to chop off your head if you refuse to keep my instruction, my teachings, my rules and regulations. Therefore, you are a gone, far gone away from the earth. I'm going to chop off your head. That is what come out from uncircumcised body of the woman. And I begin to teach the man what to do. And the men are weak, because something weakened their vein already. For a woman to be speaking is going to be misleading you. This is how they sat on the feet of serpent. Serpent is telling them what to tell their husband. And their husband will not even construct it. Will not even cross-check it. He will not even take that list to Yahuwah's in prayer to know where is this coming from. They will just go, zombie way now, one way. They will just go and begin to execute that teaching of a woman from the bottomless pit. This is how he says shame and a disgrace. And this is how a woman uncovered her head for another man to take over. Let's put some more. Now, another evil teaching from the woman, how a woman uncover their husband. That is you are uncovered, you are a prophetess. You see, they are prophesying. He said, if a woman pray, what did Mama Sarah, what did she convey in her heart? She want a child. Okay, no, she want to help Abba Yehovah to do the job. She now writes Abba Yehovah off of being powerless or being a liar. You said you're going to give a son through me, and now menopause has already come, and also we are dead already. My womb is gone. In fact, this Almighty, I beg, just put your own aside and let me do it my way. So what? She was interceding. What was she now begin to prophesy after her intercession? She now begin to prophesy. And the husband go by that prophecy. A woman prayeth and prophesieth, and having her head uncovered, you dishonoreth. This is how he dishonored Papa Abraham, bringing a calamity. It was a great war, according to the book of Yashar. It was real war in that family. That was why Agar needs to go. Another third woman, because the royal law said out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, testimony will be established. Genesis 29, one of the verses 39. And she said, it's talking about Raquel, whom you call Rachel. And she said, behold, my maid, Belial, go in unto her, and she'll bow upon my knees, that I may also have children by her. And she gave him, Belial, her handmaid, to a wife, and Jacob went unto her. And he did it again. So what also came and listen now. Genesis 49. I think I'm also going to read it for you to know how unholy this prophecy and this intercession is. Let's do it. Rehoboam, our papa firstborn, what did he do? He had sexual intercourse with the very woman Raquel gave unto her husband. Disaster. Again, wrong teaching in the house. Listen now. 3. Genesis 49, 3. Rehoboam, thou art my firstborn, my mind, and my beginning of and the beginning of my strength, the excellencies of dignity, and the excellencies of power, unstable as water, thou shalt not excel. Because thou wentest up to thy father's bed, then defilest thou it. He went up to my couch. He has sex with him. With her, the very woman Raquel gave unto his father. So a father and a son now has sex with one woman. That is why Rehoboam lost the princely kingdom. He lost the kingly kingdom. He have no inheritance. He lost the firstborn. He lost the kingly tribe. He also lost the princely tribe. Right? One of these should have been his. He defiled it through the teaching the woman, because assuming the woman just remained a house girl, of course Reuben can go and marry her. There is no abomination in that. Okay, but Raquel, out of satanic teaching, now gave this very Belial, whatever, to her husband to have sex with. Afterwards, his firstborn, the firstborn of her husband, also go father and son have sex with. Disaster always, because that prophecy was not brought to the feet of Yehovah. And you know what was that? Okay, so quickly, let's see how to rule with your 30% degree about Yehovah gave unto you. We are back here again, 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verses 10 now. How you need to rule with your 30-degree license given unto you by Abba Yehovah as a helper. Listen now. For this cause ought the woman to have power on her head because of the angels. Now, because of the angels, woman, you're going to be having power. Who are the angels? The folly deity. So because of the folly deity, woman, you need to have power over your head. So scripture will say sign over your head. Okay, what is your head according to what we are just going through? The husband is the head of the woman. So now how should the woman also have power over her head, which is her husband, have authority over him? Let's quickly see how to utilize that glory to the glory of Abba Yehovah, because Abba Yehovah said you are a helper. So you are not left behind at all. You are not, be closed. You are not being left behind the closed door. You still have your authority to be carried out, exercised through the commandment of your husband to the glory of Abba Yehovah. Abba Yehovah one is so. Man is can't be really woman will become a dumb baby. No, you have your glory and part. You have your glory and part to be exercised, carried out for your husband as a helper. So let's see how that one works. So quickly, before we unveil that, we come back here again to 1 Corinthians 11, now verses 15. For you to know, it's not talking about ordinary head, spiritual authority. Now verses 15, 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verses 15. But if a woman have long hair, it is a glory to her, for her hair is given giving her for a covering. That is the physical aspect of it. Apostle Shaw make it so clear. I'm not talking about head tight for you to cover the head. I'm talking about a spiritual authority. However, woman, your physical head, what everyone can see, you have a Almighty Yahweh has already given you your hair to cover that. So it's letting it make it so clear that it's not head tie. Speaking of, so that you don't let the serpent twist it in your hand. So we see the head you woman needs to cover. So let's say the authority woman needs to have over her head. Now, Genesis 25, verses 25 to 25, verses 21 to 25, Harrison part. And Yeshua entreated Yehovah for his wife because she was barren, and Yehovah was entreated of him, and Rebecca, was conceived, and the two children together with her, and said, okay, no. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it is be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of Yehovah. And Yehovah said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the other shall serve the young. Who held this prophecy? It is she. So that was when Jacob, our papa, wanted to Isaac wanted to mess up and gave the office of the firstborn to Esau. No, Rebecca said, no way. She fight, she defend. She said, no way. This office belongs unto the smaller, which is Jacob, holds the office of the 12th tribe. No, she fought. Go and read it. Genesis 27, how she played her part, because that vision was being given unto her. That was how she ruled. She ruled over us. So that is the sign of authority Abba Yehovah gave unto her to exercise it over her husband. Because man Sunday is going to make a mistake. No, woman, you stand. That is what Abba Yehovah meant by that sign or power over your head. If not, Papa Isaac would have messed up the entire tribes. He will have given it to Esau the animal. He will have given it to Esau the sinner. He will have given it to Esau that have no regard at all that about anything that concerneth heaven. She play a part. That is how Abba Yehovah also wants you to rule. That is how you have signs of authority over your head. No room to read that, family. Genesis 27, read it all. She brings about. She stood as grant. and roll away that stone of reproach from our papa. And that is why the glory of Yahweh stand eternal. Now, Genesis to Mama Sarah again, Genesis 21, 10 to 12. Also, and wherefore she said unto Abraham, cast out this band woman and her son, for the son of this band woman shall not be here with my son, even Isaac. So he said that matter grieved Papa. Okay, let me relive it. And the things was very grievous to Abraham's side because of his son. And Jehovah said unto Abraham, listen, okay, let it not be grievous in thy sight because of the lad and because of thy bondwoman, in all that Sarah, in all, not some part, in all that Sarah said, hearken unto her voice. For in his ear, the family stand. Listen to her and do whatever she said. Everything she tell you concerning this matter. Listen, he did not give it to Father Abraham. He give it because when the serpent user, you listen. So now I'm also using you need to listen and do and cast that child away. That was why they say Allah have no son. Indeed, Ishmael is being rejected by his biological father and be cast out. That was why Allah have no son. Okay, so this is the sign of authority woman also need to have over her head. Now we also go to Judges chapter 13. In like manner, Menorah was also buried. Everybody was sent angel to his wife and said, this is the kind of son you're going to be having. This is his name. And razor shall not touch his head. He didn't give it to the man. He gave the vision intentionally to the woman in order for the woman to also exercise authority over her husband. The woman was not the one. Prophesy, I saw a man of Jehovah. This is what he said. This is what he said. It was so.